another thing that I haven't shared with people is I actually have Asperger's. And a lot of people, some people who ever see me put cream cheese on a bagel probably are going, oh. But I've learned how to not manage, because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just that it's hard to communicate to people. So like for me, like having Asperger's, I'll explain it to you like this. Because some people, when they hear it, they go, oh, why you got Asperger's? Well, you're so high functioning. I say, no, I'm not high functioning. Y'all are low functioning. So then I had to figure out a way to communicate to you. But what I started doing is I started figuring out, like when I was younger, and sometimes if you ever were into my sermon, you'll hear me say something like, oh, the way my brain works, when I was younger I did this, but I never came and called it out, because some people will take something like that and then try to use it as an excuse not to pay attention. And they do the same thing with other people who have other stories they never heard before. And I was like, I can't do that for that too, because it's already done for being black. You know what I mean? But now I'm starting to say it out loud, because I want y'all, not just y'all, like all people, to do their work, to be in that uncomfortable place, so that we can get through that tension, and then hopefully one day we can laugh at how ridiculous we've been. All right, so when I was talking to my therapist, when I started feeling like I was about to lose it, he was like, so why do you feel like you have Asperger's? And he's like, tell me about something when you were young. And so I started telling stories I was young, and then he was like, oh. And I'll give you one example. So I can give you many. One of them, I told the church, like when I was a kid, my mom would say like, oh, if a bill collector calls, she's like, Pedro, I'm not home. And then the bill collector would say, oh, may I speak to Joe Silva? I was like, she's standing right here. She's telling me to tell you she's not home. She's waving her hands right now. She's saying, shut up, Pedro, shut up, Pedro. She's like, oh my God, what is wrong with this boy? And then she started having to go outside. So when the phone rang, she would run outside and say, I'm not in the house. Then she would run outside, close the door, and I'd be like, she's not in the house. And that's how I had to do it. And I used to get in fights with kids, because I just like, my brain didn't tell me like not to say stuff. Even when people would like want to punch me or something like that, I'd be like, oh, you just punched me in the face, but I still think the same thing I thought before you punched me. And like, what's wrong with you? Or my mom, she used to spank, or beat. I don't even try to put my mom on the bus. And I would be like, uh-oh, I know my mom, if I say something, she's gonna get mad and want to pop me or something. And I wouldn't say, my brain wouldn't say, don't say the thing. My brain would say, go find something for her to pop you with. So then when you say the thing that makes her want to pop, she won't have to go look for anything. And then I just walk up to her and say, here, Mom. And she said, what's that for? I'm about to say something, then you can get mad, then you want to hit me, and I don't want you to look for it, so here it is. And she's like, what is wrong with you? And then when I started sort of dating, which I wasn't really into dating, but somehow it just happened to me anyway. Because I think like sometimes in relationships, I find this, and then this is like a tip, maybe. If you really, really get focused on something really hard, or women, or whoever, what your relationship is, you get focused real hard, then the other partner is going to come up and try to get your attention. And since I had the burgers, I wasn't paying attention to anything else. And then women just started showing up when I got like 16 years old, and I'd be like, I wish you'd pay attention to that thing like you're paying attention to me like you're paying attention to that. And I'm like, but I'm not interested in you. And stuff like that.